Lets the dogs out in the garden. Making myself a cup of tea at the moment. No coffee today. Yeah, I'm standing there, leaning on the ironing board, watching the dogs play out in the garden, right? My instincts kick in. I glance to the left. I see a little dark pair of sunglasses, you know, them blackout type sunglasses, peering over the fence, through my bedroom window at me, looking at the dogs. There you go. Just looked away. Didn't flip a bird or nothing, but he was definitely looking through my window with his dark glasses on. Alright. Don't need a reaction time. Just logging what happened. Dogs are all doing their thing, scramming down their food. I need a cuppa. Like I said, got to have a shower before I can do anything. Got to sort that chain out now. Yes, don't need to sort it out now, do I? Alright. Bit of room, dogs. Bit of room, dogs. With your wet tails. I might have a coffee when it's time to go out. We're still on summer weather. Right, move so I don't drip it on you. Try not to drip it on the dogs. Running out of space on here. Dogs ain't coming in, so I ain't got to worry about the cup getting knocked over. Let's sort the dog's thingies out. I'll order some more of them off, I think. There you go, baby. There's one for you. There's one for you. Good girl. There you go. Ooh. I've got to do our treatment again today. Mix up some more stuff, because it's only sitting in water that you pre-mix up, and water goes stagnant, doesn't it? So that's why I bought a new one to mix some new stuff up with. I've already got a bottle with a mix in it. I don't want to aggravate skin infection, do I, by spraying on stagnant water with that treatment in it. Might make it worse, mightn't it? Yeah, there you go. Only short ones, because I'm only logging stuff and all. But there you go. That's what's going on. First thing this morning, so I was probably right in my assessment of how they're turn the YouTube alerts off. Yeah, still in, still listening. Right, ciggy time. I managed to sort out this morning, if you see what I mean. with my sciatic nerve problem. Managed to make a cup of tea this morning without it catching me short and that. And just go in when it fucking damn well feels like it. No, I don't need fucking diapers. It's not that bad yet. But stuff happens like that in life, doesn't it, to people? I've got relatives that piss and shit themselves, you know what I mean? Due to old age. It happens. Couldn't even tickle one of my exes without pissing myself. Mind you, she had 4 kids, so... if you see my point. We don't disrespect lady parts, do we? You know, my legos. I think they call that prolapse, womb issues like that, and hysterectomies and shit like that. It's not my thing. I don't waste my brain space on it. It's lady troubles, isn't it? They tell you if they want you to know. If not, you keep your bloke thoughts in your head, don't you? Not the women's stuff. If you see what I mean. You don't go around all day worrying about women's problems just because your wife's been nagging you about it, do you? No, because you've got to kind of do what you've got to do as the bloke of the family. Did I appear to be gutted when that medallion thing fell off my neck? I'll show you it now, as soon as it fell off. Three-quarters of an ounce of silver, so currency, yeah. It's an old ring. It's just been squashed down into the back of the hollow of it. And I've got my drill out, and I drilled through it. You can see where the ring's going through the top of it. That's a letter P. Once I get it clear. See the line there, going up to where the thing is in the top of it, and you can see from that line it's a P. Yeah, and you can see the letter beside it in the second line now, going down to the bottom of it, which is an H. So it's got my initials on it, and it's got that's made in the effigy of a chair. That's showing exit points coming out the body and out the back of the body, and it's all about astral projection, exit points for energy on the body. Because even back in them days I was starting to really seriously check out that subject and its possibility and its possibilities. It's just, the ring's an old engagement ring, you know what I mean? But I don't hold any sentimental value to it. I respect the person I was with nowadays. The ring means nothing to me. It's just currency. It's 3/4 of an ounce of silver. So with the chain, getting closer to an ounce. Remember, I've already used one chain as currency in the past, in prison. So I know that one's worth a lot more than the other one. But that's not how I'm looking at it. It's just a keepsake in life now, isn't it? A talisman, whatever you call it. A memory. But it's also currency, isn't it? Right, all the dogs are happy and they're now waiting to come in for their pack snuggle. They've all had their fill. They're all sitting there. Didn't want to play and run about the garden this morning. Because like I said, I've woke up in the same state as the dogs this morning. That solar thing that was coming through the atmosphere last night. Whew. That's some fucking energy in that. Started overloading the body system, you know what I mean, making you sweat and fucking solid night's sleep though. Even though I kept waking up, it was a solid night's sleep. It felt like I'd been asleep, and, you know what I mean. Right, let's see what videos we got now. I haven't put these videos up yet because, like I said, someone's either watching the videos or listening through the wall, and I'm trying to find out which one of the two it is. If it's watching the videos, then I'll have to switch how I'm making my videos, won't I? And release them at different times and stuff like that. Avoid that certain things, because he's obviously waiting for me to say something, isn't he, so he can attack the channel. Because he's trying to hide stuff in here about the gassing. Do you see what I mean? Don't forget they can exhume a body and test for carbon monoxide in the bones. But mind you, I've been in prison 77 days, so they've had access to that, haven't they? See what I mean? So why am I not worried about it? Because I know it was all part of the Investigatory Powers Act, don't I? And he was just a simple actor put there to cause problems, like I said all along. Right? There goes the seagulls off on their hunt. That used to be my wake-up call in prison, didn't it? I've just seen them going off out to the sea to go and hunt. They used to come across in two waves first thing in the morning. First light, about 4 o'clock. And then the second wave would come over, unless they was picking up the stragglers circling. The second wave would come over about half an hour later, and it'd be really noisy because it'd be all of them as they head off chasing dustbins and going out towards the sea and towards the tip. You know what I mean? So that used to be my wake-up call. And I've just seen them fly past the window, a big group of them off hunting. Ironic that I was talking about prison when they flew past, wasn't it? If you see what I'm saying. Synchronicities, that's called, isn't it? Right, what we got videos wise to check out this morning. Let's have a quick look. This is only a little Poundland cradle for holding the camera. It's not a selfie stick or nothing. works just so you're not holding your phone. You can stabilise it for filming. But £1 that cost. Quite ingenious, isn't it? Set a digital camera in it. I've got a selfie stick as well, but I'm not into that sort of shit. I don't need the camera on all day, do I? So let's shut that down. Let's have a look at the weather, actually. See how it's affecting the weather. Next door's just put his washing out, so that's why he got the opportunity to peer over there. Oh dear, that's not looking good, is it? I don't know if you can see it as clear as I can. That's a frozen picture. Doesn't appear to be moving. Oh yes it is. It's a very slow moving storm. It's not rotating at all. There you go, it's actually showing it moving this time. So it's coming on the jet stream from America again. Right, and this is all heading just by the angle of that edge of the storm up here. Look, big bank of it now. Don't know if you can see it. Oh, like that. I bet if I pan down towards Ukraine, it's all being funneled down that way. Let's just see. Where's Ukraine? There's Italy. There's Ukraine and Crimea right on the edge. Look where the weather system's pushing down towards. Kiev. So it's blocking out what the Russians are firing missiles at. There you go. Right, let's try the next one for the actual weather map. Let's see how this storm's going to play out. I'm seeing lightning strikes already in Europe as that storm's spinning round towards Ukraine. Scattered showers across look how fast those clouds are moving though, yeah? So that's coming across next, that big weather system. And that's just the start of it. So I'm not going to put any washing out on the line today, because them clouds are moving fast. You got the time thing at the top so you can see how fast they're moving. Alright, so you can see the speed of the storm. There you go, that's that sorted out. There's no earthquake apps on here because it's all about saving bandwidth. Amazon, like I said, I'm waiting for my dog lead chain. What we got on YouTube today? What am I going to watch next? They are Living in Regret and Miss You Like Crazy. Well, why did they leave me to deal with it alone then? Simple question. Breakthrough happening today in England. Not interested. Michael Francis, his father, 50 years on, I presume that is. Too little, too late for Sussexes, apparently. Sky News, eh?
And on that rebrand, let's talk about that.
Oh, Sky News Australia,
Well,
right-wing
what
media.
will they do? What's in train, and will that be enough?
Well, I suspect, and this is my personal opinion, that
Not
it's
interested.
too little, too late, and
There's been a lot of those today that I've seen so far. Homeless man makes a shocking. Nothing worth a look on there. The CIA has big plans for Zelensky, ex-CIA, and it's showing a tombstone. So he served his usefulness, now they're going to kill him. Some stuff about the Queen coming out today. Queen's funniest moments. So you've got negative and positive stories about the Crown being circulated today. Oh, that's an 8-month-old one. It's not a new one today, is it? Glasgow plague houses. The plague slums of Victorian Glasgow. And those tenements still up there and all. Andrew Tate, not interested. Oh yeah, let's have a look at this then. Something about destroys BBC host in an interview.
Last week, we revealed that the police were investigating whether a UKIP candidate in the forthcoming European elections committed an offence when he said this about the Labour MP Jess Phillips in a video now taken down by YouTube. There's been an awful lot of talk about whether I would or would not even rape Jess Phillips. I've been in a lot of trouble for my hardline stance of not even raping her. I suppose with enough pressure, I might cave. But let's be honest, nobody's got that much beer. The Labour MP told us
And a
about
woman's
the
reading
impact
that out.
that those comments had on her.
I've been putting a brave face
Oh
on
my
it and
God.
pretending that it was all fine and that I could cope. And it sort of dawned on me that for 4 years, essentially, this man...
Oh, well, you look at that and you don't get an immediate turn on, do you? So, I don't know how that's going to float
How
a...
can somebody say that they
float
would
a
rape me if forced and be a legitimate candidate in an election?
person of that repute.
The video was made by Carl Benjamin, who's standing as a UKIP candidate for the South West in next week's European
That's just
Parliament
bloke
elections.
humour.
We asked him onto our programme to respond to the interview Jess Phillips gave us. Ahead of those
Not
elections,
very
you remember
good
earlier this week,
bloke's
we invited
humour,
all the parties
but
for
that
your
is
candidates,
bloke humour,
Conservatives,
what
UKIP,
was said
Labour,
there.
the Lib Dems, the Brexit Party, SNP,
Looking
Plaid
at her
Cymru,
first
Change
look,
UK
it's
and the
like, oh
Green
my
Party
God.
onto the show to discuss their policies, which they did. This interview with Mr. Benjamin is not about UKIP policies. Thank you very
So
much
I
for
could
talking to us.
tell the
We invited you on
context
after we interviewed, as you know, the Labour
of
MP
how
Jess
it was
Phillips
said,
last week.
just by looking at her.
I want to ask you, why
Because the
did you
guy's already
decide
said,
to
like-
choose rape when talking about Jess Phillips?
I'm interested in why you're deliberately misrepresenting what's happened. Have you seen the video in question?
Of course, yes.
Right. How would you describe that video?
Why did you decide
Shut
to
up,
talk
Mum.
about rape
It's
when
very
talking
important
about
because
Jess
you've
Phillips?
been
Woman's
lying about
pushing
her
on
and
the
attacked
rape
in the
thing,
street
yeah.
because of your lies. So
We-
this is genuinely
I've
important.
never lied about you, and you're here
You
today.
have. A lie by omission is still a lie. And in your last segment about me with Jess Phillips, you did not mention that this was a comedy video.
Talk us through that thought process. Why rape?
It's a joke at your expense.
You could have chosen any number of things.
I did. And if you
Of
could describe the
politics.
video, it was a 4-minute blooper reel
Politics,
video of comedy.
a feminist approach, but you chose rape, and I'm really interested to find out why.
It's honestly part of
So the
a
woman's
long
doing all
meta
the
joke
pushing, yeah.
about the way that the media is bullying Jess Phillips with jokes I made that she never saw.
Why rape, though?
I've just explained it to you. It's a joke about you. It's not a joke about her.
Why did you choose that subject with all the
Because
violence and
That's the
intimidation
subject that Jess Phillips
and
brings
degradation that
up. Jess
involves?
Phillips brings this up all the time. I mean, do you know the context of the original tweet that, again, she didn't see you guys put in her face? Do you know that?
There you go. Now you see why I've
Well,
decided
if
to
an
watch it
individual
rather
makes light
than
of sexual
just assume.
violence and attaches a woman's name
Because you're
to
getting
it.
both sides of it.
Again, someone who's telling a joke, but this is the point I'm trying to make. You are misrepresenting what has happened. You
An
are
individual that might end up, if elected, representing victims of rape in the southwest region of the country.
Yes, and I spoke to a victim of rape very recently, and in one of the street interviews that I've been
Oh,
doing,
the
she thanked
Cambridge's
me
area
for
then,
being able
Southwest
to
area.
take the power back from such a terrible experience.
Now
By
we see
owning
why
herself
it's
and being able to make
all
jokes
on there.
about the subject, it doesn't control her. And this is the thing that I'm very concerned about. Like Jess Phillips said, this was some kind of coercive control. Well, not by me. She hasn't seen the video. She didn't even see the original tweet.
Jess
This
Phillips
is-
says it's harassment.
Yeah, but by
She told
journalists.
us you are harassing her.
By
By
journalists, yeah.
journalists.
She feels
See what he's
harassed
saying,
by
he's
what
right.
you have
She's
said.
wrong.
She didn't see anything that I said. It's journalists like you who put that in front of her face. You're the ones coercively controlling her by making sure she
And
can't get away
starting the
from it.
wars.
I've never sent any of that to Jess
Swaying the
Phillips. You
public.
have to find it. This is tabloid journalism that you have found and put in her face to outrage her.
YouTube have taken down your video. West Midlands Police are investigating to see if an offence has taken place. Could I ask you a really personal question?
Sure.
Have you been raped?
I've been sexually assaulted.
Is that the first time you've...
Do you usually ask people if they've been raped? Do you find that an appropriate question?
I appreciate it's a sensitive question and a
But
really
this is the thing, you
personal
assumed
question.
that I hadn't. You assumed that I had no understanding
I
of the
had
decision.
no idea.
I don't think you'd ask a woman if she'd been raped.
I have,
Right.
several times.
Really, in this context. But
And the reason I'm asking that question, obviously,
But
is
in
to
this
see
context,
if you
like you said.
understand the impact that your rape discourse has on the
There is no rape
victims.
I don't need to film it, do I?
The impact that this rape
You know what I
discourse
mean?
has on
You
the
can hear it
victims.
the same as I
I
can.
don't think you get to speak for victims.
I've been talking to victims.
Yeah, but you don't get to speak for them.
I'm not speaking for them. I'm going to tell you what they've said to us.
I've
me
told
read
you
you.
what victims have said to me.
Let me read you what survivors have told us. These are
There
direct
is
quotes.
no one narrative here.
Are you interested in hearing what they've said?
because you're
No,
not
he's not
interested
interested,
in what
nor
they say to
am I.
Let me read you
I
what
have
survivors
said
have told us. These are direct quotes from people who
Go on.
either watched your video or have read your comments. Honestly, this makes my stomach churn. How does he find this acceptable? Comments like this may not seem a lot to a bloke like him, but to me, jokes about what I went through feel like a bullet. That's from a 31-year-old male survivor of sexual violence in Northampton.
And from a mid-20s female survivor, she thanked me for
How do
making
you
jokes
respond
like this.
to that?
I respond to that by saying, you've been lied to. You are
How do you
misrepresenting what's
respond?
happening.
This man
You are
has watched.
misrepresenting what's happening.
This man has watched your video. He's read your comments.
I don't
How do you
Wow.
respond to what he
And
said?
the way that you report the comments is farcical.
I'll read you another one. The lack of empathy here from someone seeking public office is sickening. Rape is not funny. As a survivor, I'm angry.
There are two sides to every question.
State
and I
uses
may
it
find
as a
the
tool.
other side.
The state uses it as a
I'm
tool.
angry because it's comments like this that would have prevented me telling anyone what happened to me. And I probably wouldn't be here today without that help.
But in the media, they're pushing this narrative through their propaganda on. Because it's only... It's not normal German journalism at the moment, because you've still got the lockdown measures that haven't all been removed. So you've still got the military and agents in the media pushing some sort of narrative for something. That hasn't been changed yet. That's why there's recruitment problems in all government agencies now, as they found out about it. Yeah, that's definitely a sweaty night.
Material that normalises, trivialises or attempts to get laughs out of sexual violence can be humiliating and upsetting for survivors. So-called rape jokes are not just insensitive, hurtful and disrespectful. They are damaging.
Does Marnie ask for permission? Does Hulkster ask for permission when they're chasing her around the garden and jumping on her back? No, they don't. That would be rape, wouldn't it? In humans.
I'm interested that you won't accept that survivors of rape and sexual violence...
From an outsider looking in, she's being a little hussy. And dogs do what dogs do. But in a state of law, it'd be rape how they do that. See what I mean? They don't ask permission. They just go for it in a state of testosterone. That's breeding for her. Could be a dog down the road, couldn't it? Just run up to her and launch himself on her back. Yeah. What's the difference between that and what's being discussed here? And I don't have any thoughts like that in my head, so don't get that thought twisted.
Newspapers or the media, but when you target someone by attaching their name to your rape joke, that's okay. Yeah, but I'm not inciting people. You are inciting people. You're normalising. Every single person.
I told an inappropriate joke like that once. I apologised to the guy afterwards, even though it was... Don't agree with his views. But I did make an inappropriate joke, which I apologise for. I joked about a Centre Parks incident. And the only reason he got upset about it was because it wasn't a Muslim that did that. And then it turned out to be a Muslim, or someone with that. You see what I'm saying? So, yeah, for that reason alone, I apologised. And someone commented on the video and said, well, that's not a very apology. I said, well, are you Tommy Robinson? No, well, fuck off then. There you go. So it is one of his supporters trolling me. Or a troll account from the man himself. It's only a joke though. Did I panic about it because of who he is? No, he's a fucking idiot. He's manipulating the British people. Very misguided individual. Wanting to start racial wars on the streets and that. Provoking situations. Fucking idiot. He's a football hooligan. Pure and simple, nothing more than that. Into low-level criminality and moved into political circles. Nothing more than that. That's all the substance is to that person. And that's not me judging him, that's just how he comes across. And he's very confident, but
Why is UKIP taking in the polling ahead of the these Euro elections?
I'm sick of hearing this anyway. This is just fucking nonsense, isn't
They
it?
predict Trump. I've been on the ground and we're getting a very good response.
At the last Euro elections, UKIP won 24 seats. They got 27% of the
Right,
vote.
so this is British politics. Yeah. What we got here? Oh, here we go. That's that thing I was talking about. Right. 4.7 million UK citizens exhausted. Why? I'm just flicking through. Ugh, paedophilia. What the fuck's that appeared on my screen for? Look. Paedophilia and postmodernism. Right next to a surah about Mary, Jesus' mother. And then we got, what's that, Sinead O'Connor right underneath it? Queen's pardon. Old Elizabeth Ratzinger there in the picture, look. Well, Elizabeth anyway. Ratzinger's her boss, wasn't it? Her dead boss. Africa is shocked. Just shocked the world with this, and Putin is watching. The end of retirement. Struggling elderly should get a job, says government. So the elderly are being forced out of retirement now to force them to death, work them to death. That's disgusting, isn't it? So there's a benefit change coming then, isn't it? They haven't told us about it yet, but there's a benefit change coming again. That's their first hint of that I've seen. Wonderful. They're picking on the elderly before they pick on everybody else. So you know it's going to be brutal. It's going to be very fucking severe what they're going to do. If they're trying it on the elderly first. Because that's their voter base that they know they ain't going to get back. Once they're worked to death, they're gone. They will not vote for the government again, will they? And the youth definitely won't. So that's that fucked in this country. Right, you lovely, lovely doggies want to come in here, don't you? I'm not in a rush to go out. I will be going out today, though. When I'm ready to. Because I'm not walking into fucking dramas. Still in me boxes, so gotta be quick. Ah! That's it. Alright, alright, alright. Settle down, settle down, settle down. Alright, alright, alright. I've got to wash the bedding, so it don't matter. What are you going to do then, bitch? Come on then. Maybe get. That's it. You're seeing where they're going to lay first, aren't you? They're making you walk through that way to go and lay there, aren't they? There you go. I'm pushed to the edge of my bed again. We got happy dogs anyway. The bed feels a bit damp this morning, like I said, because of the amount of sweat. But I'm washing the bedding today anyway. Got clean bedding in the front room waiting. I'm just waking up enjoying my cup of tea, aren't I? My little cuddly Hulkster. Marnie was breathing in my ear hole again last night. Very loving dog. Every now and then I'll wake up and I'll spot his butt right by my face or something, and it's like I'll give him a quick tap and he'll get out, turn around, and it's back to his face being there. So he weren't farting in my ear hole. He was breathing in my ear hole. But that's why he's so attached to me. And then this one, he lets jump up into it at that point when he wakes up. Looks like it's his twin brother. Hence the colour on Hulkster being the same colour on his ears. What was it, a spider? Hmm. 42 minutes. Fucking hell. Like I said, I'm just going to keep recording because electronic diary entry. And it gives those that are doing the monitoring a clear representation of state of mind, state of health in the morning, don't it? While they're trying to say I'm not disabled or suffering from this or that. Right? So I'm showing them. Even if the police have prompted me to go and do some sort of invited interview or whatever, and it's like they're ringing me up to harass me. This is before I got in prison. Right? Well, I want you down here now. It's an invited interview, isn't it? It's voluntary, and you're dictating. Are you under oath while you're harassing me? While I'm sitting on the toilet having a shit. Constable. I'll nick you. Okay. Can you hear that hitting the water? Plop. He hangs up the phone. How rude. Couldn't even have a shit in peace without this particular copper harassing me. He's ringing me up at 11 o'clock in the morning. I'm disabled and I'm nowhere near ready to leave the house because I've had to sort my dogs out. Get my own state of mind together properly before I leave the house. I'm not even rushing because I'm disabled to go to the shop and do some shopping, am I? But today I've got to go out, so I've got to go and get my medication. I'm going to phone first to make sure it's not going to be a wasted journey. And at the same time I'll grab the next sack of dog food with a sciatic nerve issue and lug it home on the bus in my trolley or my shopping cart. And it's going to twist my spine a bit more. You know, getting it to the bus stops and things like that, where it's being pulled behind me. Can't take the dogs, otherwise I'd strap it to Marnie's back. Find a way of doing that on a harness, so he's pulling away with it. But not allowed to take a dog in the shop, are you? Always something, isn't it? So, what else do I need? Loaf of bread at the same time, so it'd be just sack of dog food and a loaf of bread with the money what I had left over from the weekend after lending my son some money, if you see what I mean. And I've got 4 days to wait until I get the money back when he gets paid. But I've covered the dog's dog food in case I get let down. I've got a vape in case I get let down on the tobacco money. But if I get let down, then it's never happening again. That's the thing, because I'm getting sick of it. So, we'll see how it pans out. Got a cheeky text afterwards. Still no noise from the surroundings, if you see what I mean. And the clouds are starting to cover the sky now. So it is going as fast as what I said it is on that video from looking at the satellite. There's no blue sky visible up there anymore. So I was right, wasn't I, not to put the washing out just yet. I'll wash it today, put it on the clothes horse, and out on the line tomorrow if it's dry, but it might be hard to dry the clothes properly at the moment. And I'm not, because of my disability, getting up, down, up, down, up, down all day, bringing washing in and out. I don't use the tumble dryer. No need to, just a waste of money. No dogs playing this morning, they're just out doing their business and back indoors again. But they was running around like mad things last night, weren't they, with the zoomies, while all that was happening and the solar storm. So nature's reacting to it. Okay? Then the humans are reacting to it through the night. And then they're getting told other things on the news in the morning. Oh, it must be that, because the television's told us that. See what I mean? So that's why I don't watch live television. And I look about and make my own mind up about what things are happening and what's, instead of being told how to view it all. That's true freedom. That's not being propagandised, is it? Because you're picking and choosing what information's going in your head rather than it's getting one source from the government and that's it. Well, that scares them. So they're bringing in an online safety bill now to make sure that they can get their narrative through the internet noise. And it's simply not working. So they realise they've unleashed a monster on themselves in the internet. But everything everyone posts is getting trawled through. Videos are either getting removed, charges being laid, if people are stupid enough to admit to crimes. But people talk about their lives in a way where that's not possible, so they don't like that. Because people aren't falling into that trap, are they? And people are learning from each other how to get around that. What they tell their colourful life stories, including myself, on my electronic diary. But I say things that is really starting to rock the boat. While looking at totally innocent stuff on the internet and people's life stories and things like that. It's no different than picking up a book and reading an autobiography, is it? Be just hearing the actual person narrating their own life story, either live online or through videos they make. Some of it's very interesting. Some of it you look at and you think, too unbelievable, but let's have a... And then you watch a video of somebody else telling a different angle for that story. And it's like, okay. And then you hear another person saying something else about that story and you think, okay, well that's really mad at the waters now. And then another guy come along and go, bang, this is how it really was. And you think, wow. So he's just blown all the others out of the water. You know what I mean? But the ones that have been blown out of the water have now got the know it all and wherewithal, I couldn't think of the words then, to do it a different way, like the person that blew them out of the water. So they all start doing it that way, which improves the quality of what's being produced online. And it comes across even more believable and real and true. Now the government really start panicking because they've only got lies. And the thing online is about the truth of a person's life story, the truth of this being exposed, the truth of that being exposed. The government can't do that. They can't tell the truth, or people would string them up in the streets. Literally. Already joking about raping MPs and shooting MPs, and I think Johnny Rotten even said once at Glastonbury in front of thousands of people, the only good place for a politician is in a black rubber bag. So they brought in an online hate speech bill.